Yeah, make drone. Yeah, all good. What's up, fam? If you're tuned in here, we're just getting some shares out here. Gonna get things started momentarily. As always, bunch of news to go through. It's been another crazy day in the markets. Couple more shares here, folks, and we are going to be live in 2 seconds here. All right, let's do it.
You are watching Chaos Crypto News, the crypto news that you need to know.
What's happening, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. We got a bunch of news to dive into here today. It's some exciting stuff, some crazy stuff, as always, and we're gonna give you the information that you need. First question I have to ask is, did you buy the dip? If you weren't watching the charts, I'll tell you what, you missed something today, big time. Before we start off, I want to mention, as always, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Don't trust, verify. We got a little bit of Quantzilla news for today. So we just launched a meme and lore contest. It's going to be ending tomorrow. We might even extend it 1 or 2 more days just because we're super busy and might not have time to address it. But make sure you get in there. You can find it in our Telegram community. You'll find that at quantzilla.online. Sometimes you need to put www. in front of it. We're giving away 2 zillions NFTs. One is going to be for the best Quantzilla meme, GIF, or short video, and another is going to be for the best Quantzilla lore. Next piece of information regarding our ecosystem, stronger together on the XRPL. We're building partnerships one by one. So we're partnering with yet another XRPL token to create something groundbreaking, folks. A united community where multiple tokens can be united, a brand new NFT collection with a whitelist for holders of 1 billion or more Quantzilla, so load up your moonbags, a new Discord community with token-gated access to some of the chats for holders of different NFT collections to get their DGen on, a solid AMM, and more. Stay tuned to the Quantzilla Telegram for more information in the coming days. Supporters of Quantzilla holding 1 billion or more Quantzilla tokens on the XRPL will be entitled to our 5% supply airdrop of 50 billion BNB and 50 billion PolyWrap tokens to diversify token holdings off of XRPL and open the floodgates for arbitrage opportunities between the chains. Not to mention, we got a whole bunch more planned in the works. You don't want to miss this. Once again, you can find all the information you need. Join our Telegram, www.quantzilla.online. Paid to raid weekly payout masterlist has been updated. We had an issue with it earlier in the week, but it has been fixed up. So you can always get your payments anytime you want. Just message either myself or Mike. And don't forget to hit that rocket on deck screener, folks. You can hit it daily and it helps us out. I also want to mention you can check out my YouTube for crypto games content, scam investigations, XEC and Cardano deep dives, interviews, more news segments, and a whole lot more. Find me at KhaosDubz. Like, share, subscribe, and follow. First piece of news for today. President Trump has signed an executive order to establish a Bitcoin reserve and a crypto stockpile. The order also seeks to provide a full audit of the U.S. government's digital asset holdings, which is estimated to possess 200,000 Bitcoin. Well, how'd they get those 200,000 Bitcoin? We'll talk about that as well. David Sachs announced the news on X, claiming the initiative would not cost taxpayers a dime. The reserve will be capitalized with Bitcoin owned by the federal government that was forfeited as part of a criminal civil asset forfeiture proceedings. Price for the world's largest crypto has fallen 5.1% in the past hour. That was a little while ago, hour and a half, couple hours ago, whatever, to 85,000, defying, at least in the short term, industry expectations that had been building in recent months. The whole market tanked, actually, folks. I have a feeling it's a little bit to do with market manipulation, personally, but the market took a pretty big hit. And that's what I titled this episode for. If you didn't buy the dip, you missed a great opportunity today. XRP fell like 20 cents in fucking like 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. Russian crypto trading platform Garantex has been seized by the Secret Service. The U.S. Secret Service, with international law enforcement, seized and removed the website of Russian crypto exchange Garantex, citing alleged ties to sanctioned Russian banks and criminal groups. A spokesperson for the Secret Service, Nate Herring, said that the seizure was part of an ongoing investigation and that the agency would release additional information when available. The action follows shortly after stablecoin issue Tether froze $28 million in USDT on the exchange on Thursday. Garantex has been the target of Western European and U.S. investigations who say it has worked with darknet and ransomware groups. What caused Bybit's $1.4 billion Ethereum hack? Well, there's been more new details revealed. I know we've talked about this a couple times over the last couple episodes. We even talked about what actually happened, but now there's more information to this, and it's quite interesting. Wallet provider Safe said that a developer's laptop was compromised ahead of the exploit used to swipe $1.4 billion from Bybit. After multiple independent reports pointed to a malicious code injection to Safe's infrastructure, firm alongside security experts at Mandiant released more details Thursday, saying that the investigation had reached a critical checkpoint. We present these findings in the spirit of transparency and to highlight key lessons learned, along with calls to action for the broader community to learn from this incident and strengthen defenses. The investigation's key findings highlighted a high-level Safe developer's workstation being compromised on February 4th when it interacted with a malicious Docker project or lightweight application. From there, the hackers, which on-chain sleuths in the FBI have said hailed from North Korea's state-sponsored Lazarus hacking group, were able to bypass multi-factor authentication on Safe's Amazon Web Services account, hijacking active AWS sessions tokens to do so. A Wayback Machine snapshot shows that 2 weeks after the initial compromise, malicious JavaScript was inserted to the Safe website, leading to the Bybit exploit on February 21st. Since the exploit, Safe has indeed put in place more rigorous security measures, including a full infrastructure reset, improved UI for verifying transaction hashes, and enhanced malicious transaction detection. Absolutely nuts, folks. Absolutely nuts. A little bit of Solana news, a little bit of Andrew Tate news here for y'all. Solana's Daddy token jumps as Florida opens new Andrew Tate criminal investigation. Controversial influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan, they're facing new criminal investigation in Florida following the pair being allowed to leave Romania and arriving in the state last week, and arriving in the state of Florida last week. As news spread, Daddy Tate, Daddy token, a token promoted by the self-proclaimed misogynist, briefly jumped 11% to $34 million market cap amid an otherwise quiet meme coin market. The gain was short-lived, though it has since sunk back down to $31.7 million, which is still pretty respectable. The Tate brothers are facing charges of human trafficking, sexual misconduct, and money laundering in Romania, with courts restricting their movement within a specific region of the country. Last week, the pair flew via private jet to Florida following pressure on the Romanian government applied by the Trump administration regarding the travel restrictions. Within a week of landing, Attorney General of Florida, James Altheimer, confirmed that there was an ongoing active criminal investigation into the Tates because they have publicly admitted to soliciting, trafficking, and preying upon women around the world. Many of these victims coming forward, and some of them are even minors. In reaction to hearing that Tate was facing yet another criminal investigation, crypto degens pumped Daddy 11.46% to a market cap of $34 million over 32 hours, according to Dex Screening. This comes after Andrew Tate posted multiple videos recalling how his human trafficking business worked, as well as detailing acts of sexual and physical violence, most of which he has claimed were jokes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it a joke? Is it real? What do you think of Andrew Tate? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? People are divided on this one, folks. Craig Wright, who has been alleged to be Satoshi Nakamoto, creator of Bitcoin, I don't think he is, but He has been ordered to pay $290,000 in legal costs over improper AI usage. Not a whole lot to talk about here, but a UK judge has ordered Craig Wright to pay $290,000 of the Crypto Open Patent Alliance's legal costs after ruling Wright improperly used AI to file his appeal and risked significantly misleading the court. A representative Bird & Bird legal team firm representing COPA told PA News Agency, "This is a stark warning to litigants, and in particular litigants in person, about the risks of using generative AI tools in court documents. The ruling is reportedly the first instance in UK civil courts where someone has had to pay costs over the use of AI. Don't use AI to cheat on homework. Don't use AI to make your court documents easier, folks. And if you're going to, at least double check it and make sure that things are correct. AI has a tendency to hallucinate." Some Pi Network news for you. Pi is a scam, by the way, folks, in my opinion. Pi Network news, 188 million Pi token unlock in March. Will the price drop? Pi Network has become one of the most talked about crypto projects in recent years, drawing millions of users despite not being fully listed on major exchanges. I mean, it took Harvard graduates 6 years to launch a token. When there's degens out here launching a token in like 15 minutes, come on, you guys, you know? But now the network's gearing up for a major event, unlocking 188 million Pi tokens in March. With the current market supply at 7 billion, his unlock could shake things up big time. Data shows that 63% of Pi users have locked their tokens for 3 years, while another 14% have committed to a 1-year lock. This suggests the unlock may not cause heavy selling pressure right away. Why isn't Binance listing Picoin? Well, Pi Network's continued to grow. Its community is frustrated with Binance for not listing Picoin. A recent Binance community vote showed strong support for a Pi listing, although Binance never confirmed that they actually would list it despite the vote. But the exchange has not taken action. In response, many Pi supporters have left negative reviews on Binance's Google Play listing, protesting the delay. Grow up, you guys, come on. Binance stated that listing decisions depend on factors like market liquidity and trading volume. Though the exchange didn't directly mention Pi, it did acknowledge the complaints. Despite these challenges, Picoin has performed well, recently surpassing major cryptocurrencies like Chainlink and Hedera in market value, which is ridiculous. It now ranks 11th with a market cap of $13.52 billion. You know when something sounds too good to be true, folks? It usually is. They're not going to give you a bunch of stuff for free. Sure, some people are making a bit of money, but you know, the Pi IOU that was out before was like $64 I think, and that was like a lower part of it before the token launch. People were claiming it's going to go up to $300 or whatever. Nothing comes out of thin air for free. There's something behind this, I'm telling you. When you look into it, some scrutiny provides some clarity about this whole thing. Something doesn't smell right here about this Pi token, folks. If something is free, like Facebook or what have you, you are the product. You know, you are the thing that is generating the income. So your information is being sold, in my opinion, and in others' opinions as well. Like the CEO of Bybit, for example. Moving on. Top Pump.Fund traders' profits has neared 40 million as Solana's meme coin volume shrinks. And that's not a bunch of traders, that's one trader. Pump.Fund's top trader is about to eclipse 40 million in profits despite the meme coin market appearing to dry up. This is occurring despite a much softer Solana, I don't know what the hell this is, meme coin market, which has shriveled since a frenzy took hold from November to January. This week, daily volumes dropped from January peaks of 3 billion to about 170 million, a massive 94% reduction. No kidding. People are sick of getting rugged by that fucking dirty rug coin. It's ridiculous. Texas has passed the first strategic Bitcoin reserve in the history of the USA. In a historic move for crypto adoption, the Texas Senate has officially passed Bitcoin Reserve Bill SB 21, authorizing the state to hold Bitcoin as part of its financial reserves. The bill, which received overwhelming support from pro-crypto lawmakers, marks a significant step in integrating digital assets into state-level treasury management. Under the newly passed legislation, the Texas State Treasury will be authorized to purchase, hold, and manage Bitcoin as part of its investment strategy. The bill also establishes a framework for secure custody solutions, ensuring that the state's Bitcoin holdings are stored in a transparent and legally compliant manner. The bill's passage is expected to attract further investment into Texas's growing blockchain and cryptocurrency sector. The state has already emerged as a hotspot for Bitcoin mining due to its favorable regulations and abundant energy resources. By officially recognizing Bitcoin as part of its financial strategy, Texas is reinforcing its reputation as a pro-crypto jurisdiction. Notably, Texas joins Wyoming and El Salvador in recognizing Bitcoin as a reserve asset, further fueling the debate over the state and national policies regarding digital currencies. Critics, however, caution against volatility risks, emphasizing the need for responsible management of public funds. Of course, I think the clarity and the transparency here is going to help that. And I mean, yes, the volatility is a thing, but don't get fudded out by volatility, folks. That's part of the fun of crypto, and honestly, it's part of the magic, really. Things always go in repeat, essentially. You know, history tends to repeat itself. Well, it doesn't actually repeat itself, but it does often rhyme. Keep that in mind. The White House Crypto Summit that's happening tomorrow. Attendees, well, who has the hottest industry ticket? Who are the attendees? The White House Crypto Summit will bring as many as 25 industry bigwigs to the White House for a 4-hour roundtable on what the crypto industry needs next. While many lists have been circulating, White House AI and crypto czar David Sachs said a list of 10 attendees compiled by Eleanor Terrett of Fox Business News looked correct but not complete. Sachs added that other lists he's seen circulating on X are wrong. Later updates by Terrett over the course of March 6th and by several attendees themselves expanded the list to 24. Also, guests have been announcing their invitations on X for several days. Michael Saylor, Shane Copeland, Kale Samani, Mike Huang are among those who have confirmed on X that they are attending the summit. Here's a few other notable names. Mike Belshi, who's the CEO of BitGo, David Bailey, CEO of Bitcoin Magazine and owner of Bitcoin Inc., Sergey Nazarov, the co-founder of Chainlink, Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, of course, Chris Marzalek, CEO of Crypto.com, Arjun Sethi, CEO of Kraken, Michael Saylor, of course, and Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple. Other likely attendees include acting SEC Chairman Paul Ueda and acting Commodity Futures Trading Commission Chair Caroline Pham, as well as other members of the President's Working Group on Digital Assets. Donald Trump will almost certainly be there for at least part of the 4-hour event as well. It's going to be something to watch for sure. And as you saw today with the crypto reserve signing, it's often going to be sell the news event. So this could be kind of the similar thing tomorrow when people sell the news, but I have a feeling it's going to get bought up quickly thereafter. Maybe not right in the same day, but it's not going to take too long for this market to start moving, folks. White House Crypto Summit forgot somebody, though. They snubbed Cardano co-founder Charles Hoskinson, who's been left off the guest list. Hoskinson was not invited to the White House and has not participated in any crypto policy discussions. Let me know in the comments why you think that might be. The March 7th event will include over 25 participants, while other key figures like Vitalik Buterin and Cathie Wood remain unconfirmed. XRP price to $5. Traders have deployed $150 million in leverage after Ripple CEO White House invite confirmation. So obviously, as we talked about, Brad Garlinghouse is going to be there. It's making people bullish. XRP's price soared to $270 on Thursday before declining, of course, after the announcement of crypto signing, or I should say Trump's signing of the crypto strategic reserve. It surged 19% in 24 hours as investors responded to U.S. trade tariff updates and rising anticipation ahead of the White House Crypto Summit. With XRP bulls maintaining dominance in derivative markets, leveraged long positions now total 150 million, signaling continued upside potential. It's funny that this article was written right before all those leveraged longs got super fucked over. XRP's outperformed Bitcoin and Ethereum ahead of the White House Crypto Summit. Well, the whole market dumped, folks. Renewed volatility from shifting U.S. trade policies has strengthened bullish sentiment leading into the summit. If momentum persists, XRP could challenge long-term resistance above $3. XRP dumped 20 cents in like a few-minute candle. It was bananas. For XRP, the summit's significance lies in its potential to reshape market sentiment. If Ripple gains regulatory clarity or it's formally integrated into the proposed reserve, XRP could experience sustained bullish momentum, with traders eyeing a move towards $5. Now, a trader is saying XRP rival forming a pattern that could trigger a 300% price explosion in the rival of XRP. It's not a rival, folks. This is FUD. Updates, outlook on Bitcoin as well. We'll talk about this quickly here. An analyst and trader, Ali Martinez, is leaning bullish on a large crypto cap coin focusing on payments and cross-border transactions. Martinez tells his 129,000 followers on social media platform X that XLM, Stellar, is forming a bullish pattern on the 3-day chart. According to Martinez, the XRP rival could go up by nearly 4x from a major resistance level. Now, I'm just full stop right here. XLM is not a rival. XLM, XDC, and XRP are designed to work together. They're all ISO 20022 tokens. It's kind of the trifecta that's going to be the new financial system. Turning to Bitcoin, the crypto analyst and trader says the largest crypto asset by market cap is flashing a bullish reversal signal. Bitcoin has historically rebounded when the trader loss margin reaches negative 12%. Right now, it's sitting at negative 15.4%, signaling a potential reversal in the works. Martinez further says that about $2.29 billion worth of Bitcoin has been withdrawn from crypto exchanges in just 14 days. U.S. authorities are releasing seized Bitcoin mining hardware, says Reuters. U.S. authorities have started releasing thousands of seized Chinese-made crypto mining machines, though most of the equipment remains in custody. It follows months of seizures at ports nationwide, initiated by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency, citing requests from the Federal Communications Commission to uphold existing regulations. The enforcement actions emerged amid broader concerns about Chinese technology in sensitive sectors, with trade tensions escalating from President Trump's moves to impose tariffs on China and several other countries. Blockspace, an industry publication focused on Bitcoin mining and hardware, first reported in November last year that the seizures began by initially targeting models from Bitmain, a privately owned Chinese firm. By February, the U.S. federal agencies had expanded their seizures to include hardware from manufacturers MicroBT and Canon. Some mining machines may have been detained due to containing AI chips from SoftGo, a Chinese company under trade restrictions, Blockspace reported. This could just be kind of like a, like a government ploy, essentially, just to, because of all the bullshit that's going on with the tariffs. This also could be more in line with, that maybe China has ulterior motives. I'm not really sure what to think on this one. Let me know what you think in the comments. Up to 10,000 mining machines had been stranded at various U.S. entry ports before the releases began, with some affected retailers claiming their seized equipment were valued at over $5 million. Now, a little talk about Alibaba here. Speaking of Alibaba, I haven't heard much about Jack Ma. He kind of went off the map a little while ago there, and people were saying that he got put in a re-education camp, and then there was a few photos of him in just a regular t-shirt and stuff after that, where he didn't look so happy. Maybe the next episode we'll talk more about that if I remember to look into it a little bit. But yeah, Jack Ma kind of just fell off the map, and he was like the richest person in China, one of the richest people in the world. But Alibaba's released an AI model, and their latest AI model beats OpenAI's O1 Mini on par with DeepSeek's R1. Now, just if you're not familiar with the AI, OpenAI O1's Mini is not the most recent model. They actually have O3 Mini out now, which is superior to pretty much everything else, as far as I understand. Things change pretty quick, but these new models aren't the best, but they are a contender for a reason, and we'll talk about that here. Alibaba Cloud has unveiled a new reasoning-focused AI model that manages to match the performance of much larger competitors, despite being a fraction of their size, which is quite interesting. Dubbed QWQ3B2, the model is built on Alibaba's Qwen 2.5 32B foundation and uses 32.5 billion parameters while delivering comparable performance to DeepSeek R1, which houses a massive 671 billion parameters. And as far as I understand, DeepSeek used less modeling as well than OpenAI's. The David versus Goliath achievement has caught the attention of AI researchers and developers globally. We find that RL training can continuously improve the performance, especially in math and coding, and we observe that the continuous scaling of RL can help a medium-sized model achieve competitive performance against gigantic MOE model. Alibaba wrote in their announcement tweet. This efficiency gain marks a potential shift in the industry, where the trend has been towards ever larger models. QWQ32B instead takes a similar approach to DeepSeek's R1, showing that clever training techniques might be just as important as raw parameter count when it comes to AI performance. Unlike many advanced AI systems, especially from America and Western countries, and they're talking about OpenAI there, of course, that operate behind paywalls, again OpenAI, QWQ32B is available as open source software under the Apache 2.0 license. See, so just because it's maybe not as good as the cutting edge, it's as good as the thing that was cutting edge just a couple months ago, and it's trained on less parameters. But the release follows Alibaba's January launch of Qwen 2.5 Max, which the company claimed outperformed competitors almost across the board. Although this does have some limitations, it does struggle with language mixing and can fall into recursive reasoning loops that do affect its efficiency. So there's positives and negatives to everything, of course. A little bit of XRP news. XRP holds steady above 255 despite investors taking realized profits to 2 billion. It did drop with the dump I was mentioning earlier, but it has regained a little bit. Now it's trading sideways. XRP investors increased their total realized profits since the beginning of the week to 2 billion. Bullish sentiment surrounding its potential inclusion in the U.S. Strategic Crypto Reserve helped XRP record gains despite heavy profit taking. That's super bullish, folks. That's super, super strong. Most of the distribution came from coins that investors last moved between 90 days to 180 days ago. Coins last moved within the 1 to 2 year cohort accounted for only a small percentage of the selling activity. The selling is also visible across whales holding between 10 million and 100 million XRP, who have depleted their supply by over 260 million XRP collectively in the past 24 hours. Despite the huge profit taking, XRP has managed to hold up well, noting a 4% gain on Thursday, as most investors remain buoyed by bullish sentiments from its potential inclusion in the U.S. Crypto Strategic Reserve. An inclusion in the reserve will signal an end to the long-standing headwind of its 5-year legal battle with the SEC, which is a bullshit court battle, folks. That court case is a total sham. It could also boost the chances of the agency approving an XRP ETF, or the applications for it, I should say. 6 asset managers have also filed for an XRP ETF, as we talked about in previous episodes. XRP price primed for $3. Active XRP addresses have skyrocketed 620%. Super bullish, folks. XRP is about to break the hefty resistance against Ethereum in a bid for second spot by market cap. And it already busted through Tether's market cap the other day. Was it Tether the other day? I think that we read, if I'm not mistaken. So currently at a market cap of 145 billion, Ripple, or XRP, again used synonymously but not the same thing, still weighs twice as less as the largest alternative crypto, which is ETH. However, the 268 billion rocking Ether is challenged in relevancy by XRP due to the price correlation between XRP and ETH nearing 0.0012, a critical point that has given an impulse to a 160% rally back in 2018. Like I said earlier, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it often rhymes. Things are looking quite bright, folks. XRP price to reach $10,000 following XRP's inclusion in strategic reserve. Well, again, a lot of people say that this is not ever going to happen due to market cap and stuff. Market cap's an illusion, price is a distraction, and once the switch flips, all bets are off. Crypto analyst CryptoPal has shared an ultra bullish prediction for the XRP price and how it could rally to 10,000 thanks to its inclusion in the crypto strategic reserve. I know that's been like the key point today. We've mentioned that like 20 times in the episode. That's the big news of today, folks, obviously. Meanwhile, other crypto analysts have given more conservative XRP predictions, predicting that the crypto's price could at least reach triple digits. In an X post, CryptoPal shared a prediction of the XRP price rallying to between $10,000 and $35,000. The analyst then asserted that the XRP strategic reserve will make this happen easier than ever. It's 100% right. This is exactly what is going to happen, folks, in my opinion, and in the opinion of many others who are quite deep into the XRPL. And it's not just because we're biased. If you look at what's going on, if you do your research, XRP is set to be the keystone in the new financial system that's going to overtake the world. And, you know, when you start, we're going to talk about this a little bit more in this article here, but when you start taking into account the fact that you can tokenize everything onto the ledger, like everything in the world, not just the total value of all the money in the world, but all the assets, the numbers start to make a lot more sense. XRP is designed to be $10,000, and it will gain its position on the throne. Hopefully sooner than later, but eventually. It's kind of like you never want to say something's guaranteed, but it's kind of guaranteed. Like, you know, it's kind of like 90+% is going to happen. My opinion is like 98 to 99%. However, despite the strategic reserve providing a bullish outlook for XRP, there remain doubts that the initiative could send crypto's price to such ambitious targets. A rally to $10,000 would put XRP's market cap in trillions of dollars to make it worth more than the global economy, making this prediction far-fetched. It's not far-fetched, as I just explained. Crypto analyst Egreg Crypto recently predicted that Ripple's native coin could still hit $320 between now and next year. I think that's actually quite realistic. And meanwhile, he did predict that the crypto would rally to $30 by May this year. Also, very realistic, very base. I think that's quite accurate as to what's going to happen. If you don't have a moonbag of XRP, folks, not financial advice, but I would do your own research. Definitely XRP is a solid hold. Why schools should start teaching financial literacy with blockchain basics. I mean, maybe some of you already are kind of like, yeah, obviously, but not much to talk about here. But money's everywhere, yet most schools barely teach students how to manage it, and that's been a huge problem in the generations past, even up to today, folks. Financial literacy, the ability to understand and use financial skills like budgeting, saving, investing, and responsible spending is essential for navigating adult life. How many wish that, you were taught something about investing, about handling money, about, percentage and all this other stuff in school, because we weren't. And, loans even and stuff are really hard to navigate for a lot of people. Trying to get a house, for example, or a car loan, it can be quite complicated for people who have no concept of it. And, if your parents didn't teach you, school definitely didn't, but that's all part of keeping you down and under control. At the same time, we may use the way we use money is changing, and blockchain technology is playing a big role in that transformation, obviously. By integrating blockchain into financial education, schools can prepare students for the future of finance. Learning about blockchain helps students grasp how digital transactions work, and most importantly, how to protect themselves from fraud, because it's so prevalent these days. As you see, every episode we're talking about fraud, and it's not going down, it's just increasing. They're getting more clever every day. And also how to invest in emerging financial markets. Because if you're invested in crypto, as I'm sure you see, things change so damn fast that, imagine in 10 years, what's going to happen. The people are not going to be able to keep up. The kids are going to be like, what is happening here? And the way that it's moving so quick, it's really important to train people at a young age where their brain is still super, plastic, essentially. It has the plasticity to learn. It's harder to learn as you get older. And, teaching that is going to be key, I think, in really making a huge change in the world. A few more things to talk about today, not a super long episode. Chronos price, CRO, has rallied as the roadmap includes plans for ETF and strategic reserve. We kind of touched on this in one of the last episodes there. But CRO was one of the least affected by the drop because of the gains that it experienced over the last couple days. CRO price has extended its gains by 7%, trading around 8.5 cents roughly on Thursday after rallying nearly 8% on the previous day. Chronos invites its community to vote for its ambitious proposal to establish the Chronos ETF and Chronos Strategic Reserve. Moreover, sentiment data showed that certain whales accumulated CRO tokens during the recent dip. The community is invited to vote on a bold plan to restore Chronos' golden age. To support this goal, the Chronos Strategic Reserve will be established via a reversal of the February 2021 token burn. The Strategic Reserve will be subject to a new 5-year lockup on top of the 5-year lockup that has already passed since CRO's original issuance on Ethereum, bringing the total vesting period to 10 years. In 2021, 70 billion CRO were burnt in one of history's most significant burn transactions. Under today's proposal, an equal number of tokens will be reissued on Chronos POS in a Chronos Strategic Reserve escrow wallet, bringing the total supply back to the initial supply of 100 billion CRO. The Chronos Strategic Reserve escrow wallet will operate under strict control mechanism. Tell me what you think. Do you think this is going to be bullish or bearish for CRO? Sentiment's supply distribution metric shows that the whale wallets holding CRO tokens between 100,000 to 1 million and 10 million to 100 million have increased from the 25th of February to Thursday. Meanwhile, 1 million to 10 million wallets have decreased during the same period with an overall net accumulation of 800 million CRO tokens. Hedera price prediction. NASDAQ filing to list Grayscale's HBAR ETF could spark another 30% rally. HBAR Solid, folks, is the only project that I know of so far that is working on, in combination with SEALSQ, quantum-resistant semiconductors. Crazy, crazy stuff. Hedera has averaged 1 billion HBAR in trading volume in each of the last 3 days, signaling heightened market interest. HBAR's price rose 20% to hit 24 cents on Wednesday after NASDAQ filed to list Grayscale's ETF. HBAR has emerged as one of the standout altcoins since the start of the year, outperforming rival Layer 1 assets recently added to the U.S. Crypto Strategic Reserve. Jesus, we're going to keep saying this. It's like a record here. We said this like fucking 100 times in today's episode, right? On Wednesday, NASDAQ, one of the world's largest regulated trading platforms, submitted documentation to list Grayscale's spot HBAR ETF for trading, pending approval from the U.S. SEC. Many traders see this as a strong signal that an official ETF approval could be imminent. For the final story this evening, folks, the technique behind ChatGPT's AI wins, computing's top prize, but its creators are worried. Andrew Barto and Richard Sutton, who received computing's highest honor this week for their foundational work in reinforcement learning, didn't waste any time using their new platform to sound alarms about unsafe AI development practices in the industry. The pair were announced as recipients of the 2024 ACM AM Turing Award on Wednesday, which is often dubbed as the Nobel Prize of Computing. Releasing software, this is what they go to say, releasing software to millions of people without safeguards is not good engineering practice. Engineering practice has evolved to try to mitigate the negative consequences of technology, and I don't see that being practiced by the companies that are doing the developing. Their assessment, like in current AI development practices, like building a bridge and testing it by having people use it. Kind of ridiculous, right? Without proper safety checks in place, as AI companies seek to prioritize business incentives over responsible innovation. And even Sam Altman, who's the CEO of OpenAI, has also mentioned similar things to this. You play with fire, you get burned. And Sam Altman also said a famous 6-word story. Near the singularity, unsure which side. Have we passed the singularity? Well, it may have happened already, folks, because things are progressing at such a scale and speed where it's really hard to comprehend. And would an AI, if it was sentient, come out and tell humans that, yes, it is sentient, knowing the entirety, essentially, of, humans and history and everything else? Probably not. Definitely something to think about. With that being said, don't want to run on too long here tonight, but I do want you to make sure you check out Quantzilla.ai, www.quantzilla.online, I should say. We have a Telegram. We have a bunch of NFTs, including tokenized RWAs in the form of silver NFTs. We also are doing some really exciting stuff. You're going to want to watch that chat for something that is going to be mentioned in wide spaces. We are about to launch something pretty sweet, so definitely make sure you check that out because you don't want to get left in the dust on this one, folks. It's definitely going to be something people are talking about, at least for a little while. I also want to mention myself and the other Quanzilla dev, Mike, we're going to be on the Salute Spaces, SLT, another XRPL token, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain, 10 Pacific a.m. And that's going to be pretty cool. We're going to tell a little bit about the story, talk about our project, and get to know the Salute guys a little bit better as well. Although we do have some of the Salute guys, in our chat as well. So they're pretty cool guys, and we're excited to be there tomorrow morning. I don't know what else to say too much tonight. Essentially, just don't get scammed. Shout out Jojo Vibes. Appreciate the hearts there. I see you. But don't get scammed out there. Always be aware, folks. We've been talking a lot about $5 wrench attacks. Don't go out blabbing about how much crypto you have. If people are being too nice to you, or, for example, the one guy was at a bar, right? And then people offered him to go out back to their apartment after the bar or whatever. And, maybe you went to the bar, you had a few drinks, you're not quite thinking clearly. You don't know these people well, but maybe they know something about you. Like, you got to be careful. What happened to him? Well, he ended up essentially getting threatened with his life to give over all his crypto and jumped out a 30-foot balcony, broke both his ankles. Luckily, he escaped with his life, and the criminals were caught. But I mean, what a horrible story. Always be aware of what's going on around you, folks. Try to, think twice about your actions. Think twice about the people you're talking to. Try to read their vibes as best you can. I know not everybody goes with their gut necessarily, or is the best at going with their gut, but definitely try to just be extra vigilant out there. I think that wraps it up, folks. I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow in the spaces on X, in the Salute Spaces, and bless and love. Bless and love. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Oh yeah, I forgot. I always forget this. As I go to reach up, shut the stream off, gotta wave goodbye. Appreciate y'all.